Hello, hello, everyone. Ooh. Opposite problem than usual. It's too bright now. That's different. We'll fix it still. Oh my god, why is that turned all the way up? Jesus. Down, boy. There we go. Woo. Absolutely way too much. Way too much. Close. Okay. Hi. It's been a little while. It is post my illness because I was not feeling well on Thursday, and by Friday morning I was absolutely fucking sick. It was not a fun time. I did not have a good weekend. But I am on the mend. I'm not going to say better, but on the mend. I mean, I am better, but like not 100%. What I mean. Physically, I'm still like running behind. I'm not going to the gym this week, but and like biking to work like I usually do is a lot harder. Still. It's doable. And that's the important part. It is doable. Ugh. But what is this? Me being like online at the right time? Hold on. My Gmail was not hacked into, but my password was exposed, and I had to make a new password. Now I have to sign in everywhere again. Apparently I forgot to do it on my laptop. And I'm trying to remember what my password is now. Phone? Come on. There we go. And we're good. Okay. Back to everything it should be. I know, I was on time because I didn't go to the gym. I didn't take a shower. Because I'm going to take a shower tomorrow morning. I'm getting my hair done tomorrow evening after work, and so I want my hair to be like kind of fresh-ish. As you can see, my hair is a bit of a mess right now, mostly because, like, don't get me wrong, I did wash recently, but like I put product in my hair, but not like product to actually style it, just product to keep it happy. And so I just kind of let it do whatever it's doing, and I'm just brushing it back. That's how I started this week. It was just low effort across the board. I did not want to have to deal with anything. Make sure I change this to headphones. There we go. So yeah, I was on time today. I was a little worried that I was going to be a little late because I've been watching this YouTube essay and I wanted to get through to the next chapter, but we got there and we're good. I'm happy about that. There we go. Oh, I have no idea what to do about my color. It's just my hair itself this is officially getting too long. Officially getting too long. Go. Oops. Not games that I have installed. Sorted by release date. And the final scene. This is Nancy Drew number 5. So after this, my plan was to take a break. We'll see how it plays. I can't remember if this is like a 2-stream kind of game or if we're going to finish it tonight. So we'll figure that out. First, I'm going to see if I can get it running. Cool. And I think I just made a mistake. I did in fact make a mistake. I don't know if it's gonna like this. Alt-tabbing out doesn't generally like me. I can try. Because, yeah, that's still on. I don't want that. I want that and that. Wait, that didn't work right either. Oh no, that's fine. There we go. Cool.
Dear Bess, remember Maya Wynn from high school?
Ooh, that's
I'm
loud.
visiting her in St. Louis. We have tickets to tonight's premiere of the new Brady Armstrong movie, Vanishing Destiny.
I think it's fine. St. Louis. Oh man, I was there not that long ago. Forgot this was in St. Louis. Anyway, well, let's jump in, I suppose. Why not? So, before I kind of said, you know, Treasure on the Royal Tower I consider to be the first, like, real Nancy Drew game. It's the one that, like, got everything right. Well, yeah. It's like the first fully fledged Nancy Drew game. This Message in a Haunted Mansion is the one that really, like, got it, got the formula, got what they wanted to do down. But they were still testing out some of the narrative stuff and still polishing some things. And, Treasure on the Royal Tower is where they got a lot of it right. It's where it's just a lot of it went well and a lot of it went right. And final scene, like, they pick up where they left off and they just keep going. It's good. It's good. So we're good here.
Remember Maya Wynn from high school? I'm visiting.
I was there not that long ago. Those buildings haven't changed at fucking all.
Armstrong movie, Vanishing Destiny. It's the last screening ever at the Royal Palladium. This place has been a landmark for almost a century. And now, in just 3 days, it's going to be demolished. I wish I could have seen the theater back in the 20s before it was turned into a movie house. All the great magicians performed here, even Harry Houdini. There's a lot of public opposition to the loss of this historic building. Rumor has it local activists are planning to stage a big protest out front tonight. The theater will be closed when we arrive, but they'll let us in since Maya is covering the story for the university newspaper. Oh boy, a press pass sure does come in handy. Maya told me she has an interesting lead, and we're on our way to interview Brady Armstrong about the controversy now. I know he's one of your favorite stars. Stay tuned. Maya always gets the full scoop. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy.
And so, like, the voice acting is better, like, it's just better.
Okay, Nancy, here I go. Cross your fingers, there's a story behind this door.
Go get 'em, Scoop.
Meet you in the lobby.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello?
Think I'll go check out the snacks. That sounds like Maya. Help! Nancy!
I mean, that looks like... Uh-oh. Ring, ring. Oh, I have no idea where I'm going. There is apparently a phone in here. There we go.
Hello?
Listen carefully. If they knock the theater down, the girl goes with it.
What? Who is this? Hello? Hello?
Gasp. Oop.
You'll never get away with this. Do you hear me?
Hello?
You're messing with the wrong girls, whoever you are. She's a reporter and I'm a detective, and we don't scare easy.
This is Joseph Hughes, the caretaker. I'm looking for Brady Armstrong. He said he'd be there. Who's this? And what's all the excitement?
Brady's not here. I'm sorry, but I have to go. Something's gone terribly wrong.
Now, please try to calm down and tell me what's going on. What's your name, dear?
My name is Nancy Drew. Maya Wynn is my friend. And
Just calm down. Don't be hysterical.
I was in the hall when I heard her scream. I don't know how they could have taken her.
Disappeared from the men's dressing room? What makes you think she was taken?
I just received a threatening call saying if I don't stop the theater demolition, I'll never see her again.
Well, They must have taken her through that secret passageway. Holy smokes! And you're on an inside line. That call must have come from inside the building. We gotta act quick. You check out the secret passageway. I'll make sure all the exits are locked, and then I'll come find you.
Hey, you. No groupies in the dressing rooms.
Oh boy.
Since you're such a rascally fan, what would you say to a signed autograph from yours truly?
I'm not here for an autograph. My friend's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? Maybe you better tell me what's going on here.
I don't have time to explain. The kidnapper...
No time to explain. Get the fuck out of my way, you
to search this room.
mid-2000s mistake of a heartthrob.
She may still be in the building. We've got to search this place from top to bottom.
Roger.
Bye. I mean, this is the only thing I can do. Search for the thing, or can I, like, snoop?
It's locked.
It's locked. Oh! Lever. Well, that might come in handy. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Get used to that sound effect. It comes back a lot. Ah! A secret passage. The snake was here. Okay. Graffiti. People who don't know what graffiti is like is...
I may have to cut this short, Hal. Someone just climbed out of my wardrobe.
Can't you see I'm on the phone here?
This is an emergency. I'm looking for a 19-year-old girl with black hair.
Listen, sweetheart, I have a premiere tonight and no stylist for my star. So don't tell me about problems.
But this is an emergency.
I said scram.
I mean, sure. After I look through things, I guess. I don't know. Lovely. This place, seems like it's seen some better days.
This call's priority. Try me later.
All right. Ooh, stage. Okay. That seems like that's a bad idea. I shouldn't touch that. Box seats. And Rogers and Cumbersome, American musical, Nebraska. Somehow I get the feeling it's not quite as a hit as Oklahoma. James Jehoshaphat Thompson. That's a fucking name. 1891 to 1950. Born in Hannibal, Missouri, Thompson was the fifth son of Jasper Jiminy Thompson, Mary Tally Monroe. Those are fucking names. Large animal vets. All right, well, that's a thing. Woolly Hammer? That's a name. Magdalena Applewhite Brigadoon. Okay. Again, Brigadoon? Ah, Nebraska itself. All right, then.
No teeny boppers till showtime. House rules.
Have you seen my friend Maya? She's 19, 5'5", black hair. She has on running shoes, jeans, and a black shirt with butterflies on it.
And the crisis is...
She's a reporter doing a story on the theater demolition. She was trying to interview Brady Armstrong.
Forget Chomstrong. If she wants the real story, she better talk to me.
And why is that?
Hollywood? The fantastic...
Why is that?
I wouldn't go there in a pig's suitcase. I'm Nicholas Falcone, solemnly sworn to lead the forces of Hadit and slay the dragon of corporate generica. Who are you, and what's with the doom and gloom?
Nicholas Falcone, like Falcone crime family from Gotham City. Just saying, Batman might want to know who you are.
I'm Nancy Drew. I think I need to call the police.
What are you calling them for? A little taste of your tax dollars going bad?
I mean, yeah, ACAB, but, like, you're not helping.
Well, you're a breath of optimism. What's this Hadit all about?
Haven't you heard? The battle is on. There's a human chain forming out front as we speak. But all that can wait. It's obvious you got a situation, so what's up?
My friend's been kidnapped. I've got to alert the police and then start searching this place.
Whew. Kidnapping? That's a high-profile tactic. Somebody means business. So what's the demands?
Suddenly, Maya's fate is tied to this theater. They said that if it gets demolished, she'll go with it.
No kidding. That'll blast those bureaucrats and corporate bigwigs out of their dream world. Applause for the cause. We need all the help we can get.
Yeah, I'm going to call out your shitty activist tactics, because that's shitty activist tactics.
You think any building is worth more than a human life. And it's a lousy joke, by the way.
I'm sorry. I know you're upset, but they won't mess with your friend. They just took her for effect. It's called making a statement.
Oh, so this is just a pretend kidnapping. I never would have guessed. Maya's scream sounded so real.
She'll be okay. Trust me.
I'm not about to take that chance.
Yeah, fuck
If you
you.
need a phone, there's an outside line in the ticket booth.
I'm not about to take that chance. Fuck you. But as we're about to see...
St. Louis Police Department.
I'm calling to report a kidnapping.
Is the kidnapping in progress?
No.
Hold on, miss. I'll transfer you to the Missing Persons Unit.
Missing persons, Sergeant Mac Ramsey speaking.
I'm calling to report a kidnapping. No longer in progress.
And who am I speaking with, please?
My name is Nancy Drew.
Okay, Miss Drew. Now, did you witness this kidnapping?
No, but I heard it.
What exactly did you hear?
My friend went into a dressing room. I was out in the hall. And I heard her scream, so I went in after her, but she was gone.
When and where did this happen?
Just now, at the Royal Palladium Theater.
And what's your friend's name, Miss Drew?
Maya Nguyen.
Can you spell that, please?
M-A-Y-A, last name N-G-U-Y-E-N.
Age?
19.
Physical description?
She's Asian American. I guess about 5'5", long black hair.
So you didn't actually witness anything, is that right?
I heard her screaming, and I received a threatening phone call. That must count for something.
A threat. Can you describe the voice? Was it a man or a woman?
This guy is giving me very Kronk
They
energy.
were using some voice disguise device.
Yes. That'll make it impossible to tell the gender of the caller. Did you notice anything
The
suspicious
gender of the
looking in the
caller.
vicinity?
No.
Like,
No suspects. Any visible signs of struggle in the dressing room? Did your friend leave anything behind? Her purse? Anything that might have fallen out of her pockets?
No.
No evidence. Does your friend work at the theater?
No, she's a student at Washington University.
like
Does your friend have any enemies?
Maya.
poison for Cusco, Cusco's poison.
And what business did Maya have entering the theater dressing room?
She's a reporter for the school paper. She was there to do an interview.
What about Maya's parents? Have they been contacted?
They're in Vietnam this time of year. I don't know how to contact them.
Okay, miss. I'll file this report. After 24 hours, if she hasn't turned up, we consider her a missing person and begin to investigate.
How can she turn up? She's been kidnapped.
Unlikely. With all the scuttlebutt around this demolition, this stinks of student prank.
A prank? But this building is going to be demolished in 72 hours. How can we afford to take that chance?
How do you mean?
The kidnapper must be holding her in the building, don't you think?
Unlikely. No competent kidnapper keeps their captive anywhere near the
I
scene.
know, it's really, yeah.
Is there anything else, Miss Drew?
Sergeant, I really don't think we can afford to wait 24 hours.
It's standard procedure, Miss Drew. Unless you can provide us with some evidence that your friend was taken by force, it's 24 hours.
Thanks, Sergeant. I'll call you back when I have the evidence.
You do that.
Bye.
Just gonna put my notes right here. A, C, A, B. Like, fucking all cops are bastards. All right, well, here we go. Yeah, now I'm not gonna be able to hear it either. It's the same, so. Let's start calling people. I can't remember. Is this the game where they finally got all of the...
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later.
So now we actually have Ned's voice actor playing Ned instead of Ned's voice actor playing what's-his-face in the third game. But that right there, we're never going to get a hold of him. It's going to be Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon every fucking time. It's like a meme at this point. Useless boyfriend. Don't worry, Nancy whips him later.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
Nancy, it's about time.
They don't have Bess right.
Something terrible has happened. Maya went to Brady's dressing room to interview him. I guess he wasn't there. She screamed, and now she's gone. I think she's been kidnapped.
Oh my
Kidnapped, though.
Why would anyone want to kidnap Maya?
Oh no, she's been kidnapped.
Somebody wants desperately to stop this demolition, and they're holding Maya
I
as a
am
bargaining
not good at the Mario voice.
Terrible. Have you called the police?
I called, all right, but get this. According to standard procedure, they can't get involved until Maya has been missing for 24 hours.
My words would be a lot more
Standard about a
expletive latent here.
They're not convinced it's a kidnapping.
Well, how did she disappear then? Poof? Alakazam?
Sergeant Ramsey says it could be a prank, or Maya might have just taken off or something.
Sergeant Ramsey obviously doesn't know Wash U's most dedicated reporter.
It's true. The only way she would have abandoned this story is if someone dragged her away from it.
Do Maya's parents know?
They always travel this time of year, remember? And besides, I've got to find Maya before this demolition. I doubt her parents could get back from the other side of the world before then anyway.
What a mess.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been so personally attached to a case.
Call me back when you know more. I'll get a hold of George and Ned and let them know what's going on. Poor Maya. I guess the only consolation is that she's got you on the rescue mission.
Bye. Great to talk to you too. So, nothing else there. Okay. All right, you.
Nancy, what's the 411?
The 411?
Come on, Nancy. That's vintage slang. You know, the 411, the deal, the lowdown.
Oh, the information.
Exactly.
So, humans against the destruction of illustrious theaters. Tell me about it.
This theater's a spotted owl. It's a humpback whale. It's endangered. Illustrious buildings testify to our finest human hours. They should be celebrated, not bulldozed to make way for cardboard megaplexes. Need I say more?
Now, serious question, since I've been to St. Louis, and I have seen perhaps one of the most famous theaters in St. Louis, the Fox. This is not the Fox. It's not even fucking close. Like, massive difference. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Like, even just the lobby of the Fox Theater, the Fabulous Fox. Like, this place is insane. Yeah, this is what it looks like from the front door. Like, this place is ridiculous in terms of its styling and everything. Like, I'm gonna do another. This is the auditorium. Excuse me. Like, so I don't know what theater this is supposed to be doing a stand-in for, but like, unpopular opinion, we don't need to save everyone. We really don't. Like, don't get me wrong, if it's truly illustrious and there's like actual history behind it, a theater like this, where it was a big deal on like the magician circuit, and yeah, Harry Houdini was there, and there were a lot of specialized equipment, like you could make the argument that it should turn into a museum of some kind, sure, or like a performing museum. That would be interesting, I suppose. But like, if his assertion that this building by itself needs to be saved because it's an old building, why? Because it's old? Why? Like, because this exact argument is exactly why we have a housing crisis at this point. And I was talking to a friend of mine about this yesterday. Like, I know I'm wading into like political debate territory here, but there is such a hardcore, it's a problem here in Massachusetts for many different reasons legislatively, but perhaps the biggest is that we don't have statewide zoning. We have each individual town, each individual municipality controls its own zoning completely with its own zoning board, and that zoning board, in order to basically the hurdle that you have to get through to change zoning in any town requires like a 3/5 majority of the board instead of a simple majority, and it's way too high, especially because the people who are on the boards tend to be homeowners that have lived there for a long period of time and therefore have a vested interest in maintaining what they believe to be their property values. And so there's this high focus, especially in the suburb area around Boston, on maintaining the neighborhood character of every one of these places. Now, the neighborhood character is this very loosely defined NIMBY bullshit, but what I've really noticed living in a place which technically, while it is in the city of Boston, it is kind of a suburby kind of area, I am surrounded by dilapidated Victorians that are not particularly interesting in any way, shape, or form. The ones that are very poorly maintained and probably would cost a fortune to renovate and maintain at this point. But you know, I could see some focus on those more interesting architectural examples. But it is a dime a dozen of these really poorly built, probably lower class Victorian housing. I would not call them middle class, because they're not nice enough to be middle class. They got turned into middle class housing, and at this point are now like upper middle to high class, because I certainly fucking can't afford anything around here. I mean, we have these houses that are built like late 1800s to early 1900s that are like 3-bedroom, 2-bath, going for $650,000 in this area, and that's cheap. I saw one of those today. That's cheap. So, you know, and if the argument is we should preserve it because it's old, then my question then is why? It's no longer serving our purposes either as a community or individually. You know, it's essentially most of those that are not well maintained either are not houses that the owners live in. They're houses that landlords rent, and they don't maintain the property itself. So why are we preserving this historic architecture when it's not really historic and it's not really an example of anything architecturally, design-wise? You know, it's utilitarian, that's it. It is essentially the Victorian equivalent of a brick apartment building that's just a box, you know? We can do better with what we have now if you tear down one or two of these and build new apartments there. But that again would require massive amounts of rezoning and getting through all these NIMBYs that are don't change my property values by erecting a big apartment building next door and all this bullshit. But again, that's why we have a housing crisis. So I am always really averse to the argument of save something because it's old for this exact reason. And this guy, he gives me nothing but save it because it's old. That's it. That's it. Now, his anger that he's about to describe here as to what they want to build instead is justified, because then you have to sit and ask, is a cultural landmark that could be viewed as historically important for the performers that it hosted, the purpose that it was built, is that not outweighed? Is that outweighed by the need for essentially what he's saying, an arcade, right? Which, especially with our hindsight, we know that arcades are fucking pointless. So, not pointless, but they have their time, they have their place, and they are no longer profitable by any means. So, demolishing a theater in the early 2000s to make way for an arcade in the early 2000s is a dumbass venture. That thing's going to be not profitable in like 5 years. Honey, home consoles are already a thing. Game Boys are a thing. You're dead. You're done. Don't build new arcades. Come on. Maintain the ones we have, because arcade cabinets are interesting and there's a lot of interesting stuff there. But like, anyway.
Do you know what they plan to build on this spot?
Play the game.
The theater is gone?
Oh, it's very hush-hush. The name of the building firm is Wave of the Future, and the owner is some B. Thompson, descendant of J.J. Thompson, but he's never available for comment. Fishy, right? $10 says B stands for baloney.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
Fight the power. And that is why I posted that everywhere. Because that stupid fight the power thing is the other meme. Fight the power. So now what? Ah. Oh, I can't use those? I have to use these? Okay. Oh, I think I messed that up. Hold on. Okay, don't work. I made it. And I won a thing. Ah, right. This game has those weird little jingles at the end of doing a little mini game as well. Right. And they sound just as stupid as they did in Treasure in the Royal Tower. And they keep going for so long. Please stop. Thank you. Okay. I happen to know what that's for. I will show you what it is for and why you do it in a little while.
Popcorn.
You okay there, Nancy? That sounds like a healthy relationship with popcorn. When the visual of popcorn in a theater like this made you go, popcorn. Like, that was a moan. That was not... That was not normal. Nancy, are you okay? I don't know that you are. I mean, we know she's not. Let's be honest. Money. Of American musicians would like to thank Harry Houdini for his great generosity and tireless devotion to promoting the craft of magic as president of the society for 10 years. Mr. Houdini brought worldwide recognition to the art and helped foster the careers of countless aspiring musicians. We are honored to follow in his footsteps. Illusion began with 2 iron cages being lowered from the ceiling to the stage. Bess gracefully stepped into the first cage and got lifted 3 feet into the air. Stagehands covered her with a cage-length curtain. Harry Houdini stepped into the adjacent iron cage. While he was lifted up, Houdini transfixed us with a penetrating stare and began a countdown. At 3, his cage came to a halt 3 feet above the stage. At 2, a cage-length curtain quickly enveloped the magician, but it was not Houdini's voice that shouted 1. In less than a heartbeat after it was dropped, the curtain was instantly lifted, revealing Bess Houdini standing where her husband had been but a moment before. There we go. Harry Houdini had vanished. Amid the applause, Bess gestured to the still cloaked cage suspended beside her. A stagehand removed the curtain to reveal not Harry Houdini as we expected, but Slappy Henderson. What the fuck? You thought you had gotten rid of me, didn't you? Slappy yelled to the woman in the floral dress. The poor woman lumbered up from her front row seat. Someone ought to teach you some manners, she said, wagging a pointed finger at him. She then turned to face the audience, removed her hat and wig with a flourish, and revealed her true identity, Harry Houdini. Okay. Crackerjack. Oh, okay. Slappy Henderson is the comedian. All right, that's a name. Okay. Born in 1874 in Budapest, Hungary, under the name of Eric Weiss, Houdini's family soon moved to Appleton, Wisconsin. That's a step down. From there, at the age of 12, Houdini ran away from home. By the age of 13, reunited with his family in New York City, began performing magic card tricks under his original stage name, Eric the Great. In the course of his illustrious 33-year career, Houdini escaped from prison cells, handcuffs, leg irons, straitjackets, packing crates, milk cans, coffins, and St. Louis tycoon J.J. Thompson's infamous watery grave. In addition to being the greatest escape artist of all time, Houdini was also a master of illusion. In 1918, at the Hippodrome in New York City, he made an elephant disappear on stage, and according to Houdini, the elephant, Jenny, weighed 10,000 pounds. His brilliant skill and ability to baffle and amaze the audience remains unsurpassed to this day. Average African elephant weight. Okay. Female adult, 6,600 pounds, and a male adult, 13,000 pounds. So, 10,000 is actually plausible. I take it back. I was about to press X for doubt, but, yeah. Zagad the Magnificent. Cash reward of $50,000. Well, I think we've gone through all of downstairs here, so I don't know what else. Balcony? Check that out. Okay, that's interesting. Still nothing. Still nothing. Go there? No. Oh. Ah, so you want to see why we have the gum and the stick?
I can't quite reach.
Try one more time, Nancy. That is why that scream is so pathetic sounding. I'm sorry. Nancy, I love you, but okay.
I can't quite reach.
But if you use the gum on a stick, that's gross. No, but we don't put it back. Okay. It's taking a piece of the theater with us, for some reason. I'm sure it will come in handy later at another point when we have a puzzle to solve.
You must be Nancy. The worry's written all over your face. Well, I'm Joe. I started to look for you, but then I figured better to park myself and let you find me. Any trace of your friend?
I guess the kidnapper must have escaped through that passageway, but all it led me to is a cranky Hollywood agent.
Simone Mueller. I should have warned you. What about calling the police? There's an outside line in the ticket booth.
I already spoke to them. According to their policy, Maya's not officially missing yet. If I want their help before tomorrow, I have to come up with some evidence of foul play.
But this theater's going to be torn down in 3 days. Did you tell them that?
They say it's unlikely that the kidnapper would keep her in the building.
Well, I checked all the outside doors, and they're locked up tight. Only folks who've been in the theater all day are Brady and Simone, you and Maya, Nicholas Falcone, and myself.
You're suggesting it must be one of these people?
Well, I've only got this one pair of eyes, so I can't say 100%.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
I was up here in the projector room, sound testing for the premiere. But I'd be disappointed in your detective work if you didn't put me through the ringer like a regular suspect.
Sound testing. Yeah, I think I remember hearing you practicing your MC voice now that you mention it.
I reckon if the kidnapper wants the demolition stopped, they must be keeping Maya somewhere in the building.
Did I mention what the kidnapper said?
Oh, I think so. Or maybe Brady told me when I saw him in the hall. He seems eager to help.
Helpful suspects. What more could I ask for?
That's the spirit. Now, what's your plan of attack?
Operation Bust a Kidnapper is about to begin.
That is officially what we're going to call it. Bust a Kidnapper. Whatever that means.
Passages in this place.
Try calling county administration. The records division keeps that type of stuff. I bet a blueprint would show secret passages that even I've never found. Ask for the original plans, not the ones from the 56 remodel.
When was the theater built?
Completed in 1925. The vision of one J.J. Thompson. Anyway, I've spent the last 40-something years finding my way around this place, so Let me know if I can help.
You've been a big help already.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
Don't let the turkeys get you down. Okay, these Midwestern / Southern / I don't get this.
Don't touch that projector, dear. It's a temperamental old beast.
I do not understand what words came out of his mouth and why. Whole thing about how to run the projector?
There was a key here. There was a key here.
Sure, we'll take that. I'm sure that's not expensive or anything. Nancy, full klepto moments as per usual. Just picking up anything that's not nailed down.
Hey there, Nancy.
So where will you go after the demolition? Are you planning to retire?
Greasewood, Arizona. My brother Jake is there. It's a tiny town with no movie theater, so we're gonna put one on the map. I got some money saved.
Tell me about that old key-making machine in the lobby. Has it been out of order long?
It's been broken for a spell. The kids lost interest in it when video games came along. But I bet it wouldn't be hard to fix. I'd love for you to see how it works. And then you could make yourself a little souvenir from the Royal Palladium. Or send a key to your sweetheart.
Who is this J.J. Thompson character anyway?
Old J.J. Owner, visionary, wheeler dealer. J.J. loved a magic show. He had this place built with those kind of big spectacle shows in mind. J.J. also happened to love the sight of his own mug in the mirror. You can tell by the way he ornamented the auditorium with his own head.
The history of this theater is so rich. I'm surprised the city of St. Louis isn't more interested in preserving it.
Well, they are interested. The Historical Society's been working like the dickens to get this place declared a landmark. But someone downtown has been stalling. They're awfully close.
Gotta go now.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
Don't let the turkeys get you down. I'm never gonna fucking get over that. Okay. Well, I guess we will try making that phone call to the Records County office thing, which is where? I mean, I know there's a phone book over here, so can I use that? The phone book. Phone book. The phone book. The phone book. Nancy.
What's up? Can't talk long. Gotta check on my people.
What's your attachment to saving this theater? You seem so personally invested.
Politics is personal, but with this place, it's ultra personal. My grandma, Louisa Falcone, designed the molds for all the insane plasterwork that you see in this lobby and in the auditorium.
Wow, I can see why you would hate to let it be destroyed. After all, this artwork is her legacy.
True, but there's more. I guess the architect—
Why isn't he wearing a belt?
Thompson ran out of cash before the building was done. He never paid my grandma dime one, and then he denied that she had ever done the work in the first place.
Didn't she fight it?
Yeah, she was the artist type, not a deal maker. I guess she'd never signed any contractual stuff with JJ, and she didn't have the resources to sue him or any of that. So I guess she just had to let it go.
I wonder why Thompson would cheat her like that.
Here's the kicker. After JJ sharked her on this 2-year project, she was broke. And then the Great Depression hit. She could never afford to work as an artist again.
What did she do instead?
Louisa, Mother Serenity Falcone? She just kept on trucking in true Falcone style. Died at 97 without a bitter bone in her body. I think she had a happy life. But this theater holds the last artwork she ever did. Don't you see, Nancy? Saving this place is not just for history. It's for justice.
She should at least get credit for her work.
My family has been trying for years, but there doesn't seem to be anything on record that links her to this place. Nancy, could you do me a favor?
I think I know what you're going to ask.
While you're searching, could you just keep your eye out?
If I run across the name Louisa Falcone or anything else that might help, you'll be the first to know.
You're cooler than I thought, Nancy.
I try to play it down.
I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of telling him he's smart. He's not smart.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
I was outside, harnessing public outrage. Ask anyone.
Joseph told me that the St. Louis Historical Society is in the process of trying to declare this building an historical landmark.
They've been in that process for years. It's all just a big wad of red tape, a bunch of bureaucratic hocus pocus. It's about action, not paperwork.
Okay. Even though the action should lead to some pretty solid kind of things like that paperwork being filled out, because that's I mean that's what activism is for. I hate this man. I hate this man. Okay, let me pull up the thing for this, because I can't remember how to get the county records office thing, and I want to just know. Oh, well, duh. Ah, it has to be on. It's not yet. Okay.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
Fight the power. Yes.
Nancy Drew, Simone Mueller, don't worry, Vanishing Destiny is off. We've got bigger fish to fry.
The premiere's been canceled?
Of course. I mean, a kidnapping? Right out of my star's dressing room? The premiere is small potatoes. It's worth more to us canceled, or at least postponed. When the news gets out, the whole nation will be watching.
And there it is.
I'm worried sick about my friend here, and all you can think of is another media event.
Where are you from?
River Heights. Why?
Yes, precisely. River Heights. Listen, doll, I'm from L.A. This ain't my first time at the rodeo. We'll find your friend, or Brady Armstrong will, and when he does, every girl in America will wish she'd been kidnapped instead of Maya what's-her-name.
Yeah, that's not... I mean, I would say... Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to say anything.
This theater is going to be demolished in 3 days. Brady can help search if he wants, but I'm not going to sit back and wait for him to save the day.
Honey, you've got spunk. Ever consider acting? This girl power thing is red hot right now. Of course, we'd have to think of a stage name. Nancy Drew is so utterly forgettable.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
Oh, please, Nancy, I was on the phone, doing business. But if I'm ever hard-pressed for entertainment, I'm sure kidnapping would be a real hoot.
Joseph says the building was probably locked when the kidnapping happened, and that the kidnapper had to be someone who was inside the theater. Care to comment?
Why don't you tell that little gray troll that I think he did it, just to keep himself from dying of boredom in this old dump. That's my comment.
Charming. Lovely.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao. On your stage name? I'm thinking Samantha Quick. You love it, right?
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Samantha Quick. Okay. That name won't come back and haunt the Nancy Drew series for over a decade. He says, with the gift of prophecy behind him. There you are.
Need any help?
Who's this Simone, and how do you know her?
Simone Mueller, CEO of my life. My agent. Focus on being wholesomely smoldering, she says, and leave the rest to me. So I do. She's been setting up Premier HQ in the women's dressing room. Haven't you heard her snarling at people on the phone?
How do you keep up with all of your fans, Brady? A big star like you must get hundreds of emails.
Hundreds? Try thousands. All my email go through Simone. She reads it, she writes back. Control issues, you know? Off the record. Any message that says love Brady is just a big electronic smooch from her.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
Me? You think I kidnapped Maya and then breezed in here just 4 minutes later? Where would I hide her? In my back pocket?
Just answer the question, Prince Charmstrong.
Charmstrong?
You know you love it. Just keep talking.
Well,
Yeah.
I was late
Just
getting
keep
back from
going.
the haircut. This is hard for me. I think my hairline might be receding. It's miserable. Simone's gonna go through the roof.
They have hair plugs, darling. You have money. It's fine.
Why are you so interested in helping me?
Well, Maya was kidnapped from my dressing room after all. I just can't help thinking maybe they meant to kidnap me.
Do you mind if I take a look around in here?
Be my guest.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Don't be a stranger.
Everyone has their catchphrase. It's all bad. All of it. All of it.
It's locked.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
How about Fancy Jackson? It's a little disco, but I think you could pull it off.
How long have you been
Disco.
Brady's agent?
I discovered him on an electric spring morning 6 years ago. He was working the original Coney Dog stand on Sunset Boulevard. It was pure luck. I was craving an all-beef frank at 7 a.m. He's been the jewel in my crown ever since.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Bye now.
Okay. What's next? Oop, he's gone. Okay, what do we got? Guess I could try calling his thing.
County Administration, 314-555-3309.
I lost it. There we go. That's something to do. Oh, good. Let's try calling the Hadit office first. See if they pick up the phone. No? No?
Records, Madeline speaking.
Hi. I'm looking for the blueprints for the Royal Palladium Theater. Do you have them on file?
Are you a county employee?
No, just a citizen on a mission.
Okay. Well, we do have blueprints on file. Let's see. The computer says there are 2 sets for the Palladium, 1923 and 1956. Do you have a preference?
1923, please. The originals.
Would you like to hold while I retrieve them?
Sure, thanks.
The Midwesternness. Painful. This hold music is somehow better than most hold music today.
Ma'am?
Yes, I'm still here.
It's very strange, ma'am. They're gone.
Gone? You mean someone checked them out?
Oh, we don't allow people to check them out. You can bring the blueprints to our reading room and study them there, but they're not supposed to leave the building. I can't imagine where they could be. Hold on, let me see if Charles knows. Ma'am, this is so strange. Charles says some guy was just in here looking at them a few days ago.
What did he look like?
Hold on. Hello? Charles said the guy had a hat on. He never really got a look at the guy.
Was he young or old?
Hey, Charles, young or old? Energetic is all Charles remembers.
Okay, well, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm working on some things over here at the Royal Palladium. Could you do a search for the blueprints?
Sure thing. I'll put in a find request. Call back in 5 to 7 business days.
Next week? Oh, I'm afraid I don't have that kind of time. Is there any way to expedite the search?
I'm afraid not. The guy who does our misplaced material searches just returned from a month of paternity leave, and he's swamped.
I see.
This is urgent?
Yes, it's urgent, all right. But I'll figure something out. Thanks, Madeline.
Good luck.
Bye.
Not gonna explain the situation at all. I mean, I feel like that would be here, listen, let me tell you about why we need this now, sooner rather than later, please and thank you. And just, no, not gonna talk about that.
Hey there, Nancy.
Gotta go now.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
The turkeys are getting me down, Joe. They are getting me down severely. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome.
Need any help?
Talk to you later, Brady.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. Cool fucking beans. Beans are cool. I dare say there are cool beans.
What's the status?
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Ciao. I'm not sure what to do. Just a little aggression. I hate everybody in this game, not gonna lie. I'm an equal opportunity hater. Ah. This is actually how you do this. All right, yeah, all right. Okay, never mind. We get to solve this little puzzle right away. I forgot about that. And now that box is just gonna hang there while we open this secret passageway again. More secret passageways. I mean, it's not the first time it happened, and it won't be the last. That looks like that means a pattern of some kind that I don't have.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, good.
Right up. Ha ha.
Nightmares. Lovely.
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card.
Fuck you.
Oh, so close, but no cigar. Ha ha. The hand is quicker than the eye.
You're also just a tricky machine.
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card.
Hey, fuck you.
Congratulations.
But like congratulatory fuck you.
Beat the magician. Don't forget to collect your winnings. Ha ha.
Your audience will be dazzled.
Flash paper. It's a pyrotechnic device. Don't let children use it. Oh, good. All right. Now what? Hello, DigiShow. Welcome, welcome. Got a full party here. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do next here.
Love ya.
Love ya. You're not from LA, you're from hell. Bitch. That was not directed at you, DigiShow. That was directed at the character, by the way. I just realized.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. Sure. Michigan. Honestly, you know, so much of this game is set in the Midwest. I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan somehow factored into this. Yeah, like each one of these characters is a bit tropey, first of all. Because Joe is like the absent-minded, sweet-hearted caretaking man, like caretaker. Simone is the bitch agent from LA who's all business and nothing but business and everything's an opportunity. Brady is the airhead heartthrob movie star who's too big for his own fame, basically, and vain as all hell. And then Nicholas is the overwrought activist who will stop at nothing to get his goal, which is loose to start with. Okay, there's nothing to do here?
Hey there, Nancy.
Gotta go now.
Bye.
Okay. So yeah, when I said that I can't stand any of the characters in this game, I do mean like any of the characters. They're all kind of awful. Oh yeah, no, they're all fucking awful. They're all terrible people.
Hello?
Ned, it's me.
Nancy. Bess called and told me what happened with Maya. I've been worried sick.
Did she tell you what the police said?
About the 24-hour...
Oh yeah, the police suck too, so even though the policeman is voiced by Patrick Warburton knockoff.
Let's get down to business. Who are your suspects?
It seems there were only 4 people in the building at the time of the kidnapping, besides Maya and myself. Brady Armstrong, Simone Mueller, his agent, Nicholas Falcone, a political activist, and the caretaker, Joseph Hughes.
Any hunches?
Not yet. I've got a lot of work to do.
Call me anytime. I'll try to stay close to the phone.
I was hoping to find... Maybe it's an all-cast and crew. Let's see. Nah. It's not, unfortunately. Bess Marvin is played by someone named Punchy LaRue. There's another fucking name that comes back at some point. Oh, man. Wow. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my goodness, my big yawns there.
By the time I finally got to talk to Simone Mueller, she had heard all about the kidnapping.
Mueller. Mueller.
Sounds like bad news travels fast around old theaters.
That's just the thing. Simone didn't seem to think Maya's kidnapping was bad news at all. She kept calling it a great opportunity. She kept saying what fabulous publicity it's going to be for Brady.
Sounds like she knows how to turn a profit in any situation.
The question is she just responding to the situation, or did she have a hand in creating it in the first place?
No flies on you, Nancy Drew. Sounds to me like your detective mind is in high gear.
Thank you, I guess.
According to Joseph, the St. Louis Historical Society has been scrambling to get the Royal Palladium declared an historical landmark.
And that would prevent the demolition?
Right.
So what's the holdup?
Joseph thinks someone downtown is stalling.
Maybe someone who wants the demolition has been greasing some palms.
Probably. It's a shame because Joseph seems to think they're close.
I wonder if this kidnapper is just trying to buy a little more time. What does Mr. Falcone have to say about the Historical Society?
It was pretty cynical. Said the whole process was a bunch of hocus pocus.
Perhaps Mr. Falcone is using cynicism to disguise his true feelings.
I've got to think of a way to get this demolition stopped.
Well, the police aren't being much help. But couldn't you try contacting the owner of the building? I'm sure he or she would be willing to postpone for a couple of days. I mean, what's the rush?
According to Nicholas, his name is B. Thompson, and he won't talk to the press.
I wonder what he has to hide.
His building firm is called Wave of the Future.
Catchy. I wonder what he has against the present.
Ned, I just remembered something. Joseph used the phrase Wave of the Future when I first met him. He was talking about the remodel of the theater in 1956. Do you think it's a coincidence?
I don't know, Nance. If Joseph turns out to be the owner of the theater and the guy behind the demolition, I think it'll be fair to say you've seen everything.
There's this cool machine in the
Yeah, it also doesn't make any sense.
You can make a key in any shape and call it the key to your heart. I wanted to make one for you. Not that this is any time to think of souvenirs.
Maybe after you solve the case, Detective.
Well, besides the fact that I don't have time for distractions, the machine is out of order.
Phew, that's a relief.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nancy Drew, you know the key to your heart would be much too big to carry around on my keychain. I'd probably throw my back out.
Good point, Mr. Nickerson.
Anyway, it's the thought that counts.
Sure, the thought that counts. You too.
I could use a hint.
I'd like to help Nancy, but I think you'd better ask Bess and George. My detective skills have been a little rusty lately.
You have detective skills? You have skills? Ned, you have skills? This is news to me. I don't think he has skills. Ned Nickerson is a...
Hello?
It's me again.
Hi, Nancy.
The equivalent of a stick figure man.
Bess filled me in, Nancy. Any developments?
I'm just searching the theater, questioning suspects.
And?
I took Joseph's advice and called county administration to see about the blueprints for the theater.
He sounds like a big help.
Yes, but the woman on the phone said that the blueprints are missing.
Official records? Missing?
She said that a man was in last week looking at them, but they haven't been seen since.
The kidnapper? Or a certain smoldering sidekick?
Well, whoever it was, they must have taken the blueprints with them. How on earth am I going to find all the secret rooms and passages in this place now?
I'm not worried, Nancy. Me neither. You could probably find a secret passage in a paper bag. Are you kidding, George? Nancy could find a secret passage in a blueberry muffin.
Are you just naming what you're seeing? I love lamp. Like, that kind of deal? Like, Brick, do you love lamp, or are you just naming things that you're looking around the room and saying you love them? I love lamp.
I think Simone Mueller would do just about anything for publicity.
You know what they say? There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Even for a kidnapping?
It's like Hollywood has taken over her brain. I'm practically in tears over Maya, and she's trying to dream up a stage name for me.
A stage name?
Not just any stage name either. Would you believe Fancy Jackson?
Ooh, Nancy, that's kind of disco.
I bet she could pull it off.
This is serious, you guys.
Kind of disco, but I think you can pull it off.
Maya just so Brady could pretend to save her?
In her line of work, Nancy?
Anything's possible.
Brady said Simone wants him to appear wholesomely smoldering to his public. What in the world do you think that means?
Well, wholesome makes me think of apple pie.
And to smolder, according to my trusty dictionary, is to burn slowly from the inside, without flame.
So, he's a sweetie pie on the outside, but too hot to touch.
Oh, did you have to bring this up with Bess here, Nancy?
It seems like the two things don't go together. One is safe, the other is dangerous.
Interesting. Maybe that's Brady's whole dilemma. He doesn't know whether he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Which is exactly why he can't be trusted.
I met Nicholas Falcone.
Oh, that's what we
His organization is
describe to his actual personality.
Against the demolition.
What's the deal with Habit?
Nicholas says he's sworn to slay the dragon of corporate generica.
All in favor of men who slay dragons. Say aye.
Honestly, Bess, what are we going to do with you? Nancy.
Bess, 5 minutes. Keep it in your pants.
This country would be like if suddenly it all looked the same.
Oh, you mean if it became generic? Like a bar of soap that's just called soap.
Right. Hadit believes that protecting historical buildings is key to preserving our national character.
That sounds noble.
Yeah, except he practically jumped for joy when I told him the kidnapper's motive is to save the theater.
Uh-oh. Sounds like you better keep an eye on him, Nancy.
Nicholas told me that his grandmother did a
We're almost finished.
inside the theater, but that JJ
I forgot. This is the game where you have to call everyone multiple times.
gave her credit for it.
That's terrible.
I can see why he's so dedicated to saving the theater, then.
Yeah, I'd like to learn more about this JJ Thompson.
Maybe you can help Nicholas get his grandmother the credit she deserved.
I told him I'd keep my eye out for anything that would prove her connection to this place.
I wonder if JJ left any of his personal effects behind.
If he did, I'm sure they're gone now. His kids must have cleared the place out when they remodeled in 1956, a few years after he died. That's when it became a movie theater.
You never know, Nancy. If there's
Nope, no way to skip. You just gotta let it go.
The keepers of old secrets.
Let's just hope this building lives long enough to tell.
Help! I'm a little stuck.
Sure, Nancy, but don't expect us to give you the answers on a silver platter.
We wouldn't want to spoil your fun.
Seeing as how you're a senior detective and all.
Oh, look, they said the thing.
Ladies, I need a hint.
There must be some important evidence tucked away somewhere in that basement.
See if there are any secret compartments down there.
Okay.
Yeah, but how do I... Okay.
See you soon.
Keep up the good work, detective.
Yeah, they did, I guess. So, wait. In my... basement? There are no clues. Oh. Okay. You just gotta... Okay. You just gotta solve it. There are no clues, you just solve it. And it's solved. And that's how you solve it. By solving it, you know. You fold in the cheese. I do not know how much clearer I can be. Fold the cheese. If you say fold the cheese one more time. Fold the cheese. Okay, I am already telling right now that spades seems to be the only one that everyone has in common, so... Aha! Okay, I was wrong. Oh, good. Oh, good, it's not a slider puzzle. Oh, thank God. It looks like Mooka, though. Ba-da, da, 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 da. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, and I accidentally fixed that one too. Not there then? Wait. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're closer. Nailed it. Oh, look at that. Gears. We can do this. We can do this. Hold on. I can do this. You put the gear in the thing, and you put the other gear in the thing, and then turn the thing, and a key. And a little note. Dear Mr. Houdini, congratulations on your latest unbelievable feat. Never have I seen the crowd at the Royal Palladium so enthralled by performers. Stupendous. Honestly, I was assured that the watery grave was inescapable, even for a master such as yourself. Really, if I had any notion of risking my money, I might not have offered so grandiose a reward. After all, what man is made of money? Isn't that right, Mr. Houdini? So this was 1925 in March. Let's find out how much this was. In today's money... we are talking $50,000 in March of 1925. That is the wrong direction. 1925. In the month of March 2023, or April if we can calculate that actually. No data available for April, never mind. So, as of last month, this amount of money from 1925 is like $875,000. That's a lot of fucking money. That's fair. My point is, well, I must admit that my cash flow is a little light at the moment. More specifically, I do not have $50,000 available to give you at this time. The theater is young but bound for glory, I'm sure you'll agree, and my bank account is still recovering from the building expenses. I'm sure you understand, sir. However, this letter is an announcement of our golden opportunity, Mr. Houdini, not one of gloomy regret. In lieu of cash, and in accordance with my lawyer's counsel, I'm prepared to offer you a reward far more valuable than cash. I would like to make you my business partner by transferring 50% ownership of the Royal Palladium Theater into your name. Certainly, a man as brilliant and worldly as yourself can recognize an irresistible offer and realize that there is no need to squabble over the petty details of your reward or invite the press to make a mountain of a molehill in this affair. Please return this document. And Harry Houdini's signature right there. Well, that's something. Okay, how do I back away from this? Oops. We're just gonna leave that in there. We're not gonna take that with us. That feels important. I feel like we shouldn't leave that anywhere. But okay. We're not gonna talk about that anymore, I guess. It feels pretty important. I feel like this is important. Harry Houdini owned half this theater, and no one knew?
What's the status?
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Let's go through the wardrobe. It's no big deal. Wow, Narnia looks so much shittier than I was led to believe. What the fuck, C.S. Lewis? Turns out your Christian fanfic didn't give the right impression.
Need any help?
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
Justin Timberlake wannabe. Ah, Cargo Shorts is back.
How goes the search?
I found some of JJ's personal documents inside a secret panel in the basement.
Well, don't just stand there. Start breaking it down.
Did you ever hear about a challenge that J.J. Thompson issued to Harry Houdini back in 1925?
Yeah, and?
Yeah, it's not in this. It's not in this. It's, like I said, he lied. It's a liar. There's like a TikToker. She does like these theoretical conversations between C.S. Lewis and, J.R.R. Tolkien, about like their approaches to fantasy, and it's the fucking funniest thing, because like the whole way was like Tolkien approaching everything with like, oh yeah, throw that in, that sounds fun, and C.S. Lewis being like, it needs to mean something, like the whole time. It's just too much.
JJ put up a big reward for this Houdini challenge. He must have thought the escape was impossible, but Houdini did it, and JJ didn't have the reward money.
What does this have to do with the ownership of the theater?
From what I can tell, JJ had to give Harry Houdini 50% of the theater as the reward.
Ha! Serves that swindler JJ right. Nancy, do you realize what this means?
I'm working on a couple of theories.
If Thompson didn't own the whole place, then whoever inherited it from Thompson doesn't legally own the whole place either.
Someone in Houdini's family may be able to call this demolition off.
We've got to find out what happened to his half of the ownership. You keep looking for Maya. I've got a laptop out in my van. I'll get online and do some research. Check back soon.
The way he said that is so funny and so perfectly 2000 and what is this, 2002, 2001? I've got a laptop out in my van. I'll get online and do some research. Got a laptop out in my van. Okay. Sorry, I just found that funny. I don't know why I found that so funny. Fight the power. All right, bye. Oh, I forgot how much I hate everyone in this.
It's Joseph. Wait till you see this. Come to the projection room.
Did you have to do that? You were just upstairs. You could have literally, like...
Nancy, take a look at this.
Where did you find it?
Brady found it.
Yeah, I mean, he... yeah.
This should be enough evidence to get the police over here, don't you think?
I should think so. Give the police a call, and then you better go back to your hotel and get some rest.
Just when I have a lead? No way! I've got to keep searching.
You won't be any help to Maya if you get too tired to think.
Okay, I surrender.
Go ahead and use the phone in the ticket booth. I'll be down in a minute.
Yeah, by the way, there's 3 days. You have 3 days. So, as you can see, well, you might be able to see sometime. We're on day 1. There it is. When they said 72 hours, they meant you have 72 hours. Now, there are kind of scripted days, basically. 55571, no. 555-1422. Should be 5552. Wait.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold. Missing persons. This is Ramsey.
Hi,
555.
This is Nancy Drew. I spoke to you earlier today about the disappearance of my friend, Maya Wynn.
Hello, Miss Drew.
ACAB, whatever. The joke I was trying to say is ACAB.
No, she's still missing. I'm calling to report that I have the evidence you asked for.
What did you find?
Someone else here at the theater found Maya's press pass. It was clipped to her shirt when she went into the dressing room. It must have been torn off when she was kidnapped.
Or it fell off. Or she just tossed it.
Maya is very serious about her work, Sergeant Ramsey. She never goes anywhere without that pass, and she would not willingly leave it behind.
Is the pass damaged in any way?
No.
Was anything disturbed in the area where it was found?
I don't know. I'm not the one who found it.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in, Miss Drew. If Maya hasn't turned up by tomorrow, we'll definitely be out to investigate. Someone will take...
Officer Kronk, please.
You said that if I found evidence, you'd investigate the theater today.
I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but we can't go chasing after every kid who decides to take a leave of absence. The vast majority of missing juveniles disappear of their own accord, and they reappear when they're good and ready.
You have to believe me. Maya would never play this kind of game. Nicholas Falcone said he thinks somebody is using her to make a statement.
Nicholas Falcone? Is he involved in this? Are you involved with him?
Haddett is demonstrating against the demolition in front of the theater. Nicholas has set up shop in the lobby. I've spoken to him. I'm not involved with him.
Are you aware of the allegations against Mr. Falcone's character, Miss Drew?
Allegations?
Nick Falcone operates according to his own rules. He'll do just about anything to save a theater, and he's not afraid to use extreme tactics.
What kind of extreme tactics?
You name it. Vandalism, sabotage, chaining himself to demolition machinery.
Is that right?
And last year there was a situation over in Nashville. Just when the oldest theater in the city is about to be torn down, and mind you, Haddett is there in full force, a girl goes missing. So happens she's the daughter of the demolition boss. They go crazy looking for her. There's a call, just like the one you described. Anyway, to make a long story short, the demolition is called off, and 3 weeks later the girl is seen snuggling up to Falcone in a Memphis coffee shop.
Are you suggesting Nicholas is staging this thing?
I'm just saying that there's more to situations like these than meets the eye. Nick Falcone is a real operator, and he likes to humiliate the police.
It's not hard.
I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon here with this whole Royal Palladium thing and let him make my unit look like a bunch of chumps.
Again, it's not hard.
So you aren't gonna have any credit with us if you join ranks with him.
Does he have a criminal record?
Oh, minor stuff. Disorderly conduct, trespassing, yada yada yada. But Nick Falcone can slime his way out of a sticky situation like no one I've ever seen. Unfortunately, there's no jail sentence for being a royal pain in the neck.
There are no good citizens.
And also, unfortunately, there's no jail sentence for any of it you pull, so...
And there's nothing you can do either. Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'm sure you've had a long day.
Well, this has been very informative, Sergeant Ramsey.
Like, it's informed me how much of a dick and useless piece of shit you are, but thank you for that.
I heard the whole thing, Nancy. Go get some sleep. I'll keep an eye on things till morning.
Lip syncing? Yeah, that's sick as fuck. Alright. Now officially on day 2, first thing I'm gonna do is, well... Oh, we've got a missing poster, so we've got something, right? Complexion, part oily, part dry. Teeth even in good repair. Okay. Head of Publicity National Find Maya campaign. Lord. All right. Let's talk to this guy again, I'm sure.
You've reached the St. Louis Police Department. This is a non-emergency line. Calls will be answered in the order they will receive. All operators are busy helping other callers. We will be with you as soon as possible. Your patience is appreciated.
I'm gonna take that as a you can't talk to anybody right now. Alrighty then. Anything new over here? No, not really. Why did she put up posters inside the theater?
To see that wreath, Nancy. It's disgusting.
This is one creepy kidnapper, that's for sure.
Let's hope the kidnapper just did this to scare you.
It's just strange. I mean, why would the kidnapper go to the trouble to have that thing arranged and delivered here?
The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. I don't know how the press got a hold of this, but they're all over it like ants on a picnic.
Where did those missing posters come from?
I can't say for sure, but I can make an educated guess.
Are you thinking of a certain Hollywood agent we know?
Can you believe the way she diverted all of the attention away from Maya and used the poster to promote Brady as the big hero? This shouldn't be happening. It's all backwards.
The police told me Nicholas Falcone is known for using extreme tactics to further his political causes. Why are you letting him use the lobby as his headquarters?
Nicholas has been hanging around this theater since he was a little boy. I know how torn up he is about the theater. This'll be over soon enough, and then he'll go home. I don't think he's dangerous, for gosh sakes.
I mean, yeah, he chained himself to demolition equipment? That's like civil disobedience. That's not even fucking extreme tactics. I'm sorry he's not asking politely. But I'm kind of past the point of asking politely for things to change myself, so, you know, I don't know that I support quietly protesting in a designated corner out of the way of people as the default tactic these days.
Have you seen the posters? Aren't they fabulous?
That picture of Maya is the one from her press pass, isn't it?
Yes, thankfully she's photogenic.
What if she wasn't photogenic? Would you be less interested in helping her?
Not necessarily. I just have to be more creative about my publicity if I couldn't use photos. Brady's out plastering those posters all over St. Louis and every podunk town for 50 miles. He's due back at any time, though, for the press conference.
Press conference?
I've invited the press here today to report on Brady's commitment to solving this case. You know, a few questions, a few photo ops, no big deal. That funeral wreath was awful, wasn't it?
What do you know about that wreath?
I had it moved out front for the press conference. We want the press to know just how heartless this kidnapper is, don't we? Then it's all the more fabulous when Brady saves the day.
I think your phone's about to ring.
She is wonderful. She is great. Such a good person. So deep down. Very lovely. Secret door. I thought he was supposed to be all around St. Louis and every podunk town in the 50-mile radius.
How are you holding up?
Thanks for finding Maya's press pass. Where was it?
I found it in the basement. I mean the balcony. It was the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Great job on the posters, too. You market yourself like a real pro.
Please, Nancy. It's not me.
Oh, really? Is somebody operating you by remote control?
It's Simone. She's relentless. I'm just a hostage on her runaway bus.
That's funny. I don't see any gun to your head, just a wad of money dangling in front of your nose.
It's
Get him, Nancy. Get him.
Listen, I've got to get ready for this press conference. I'll talk to you later.
Don't let him up. Just keep grilling him.
Not now, Nancy.
Fuck you. Not now, Nancy. Fuck you.
It's locked.
Wait, I have a key.
It's locked.
It's not for that. Noted. I don't really know any other things that... I mean, there's... I don't think this is like... Yeah, that's not what that is. I don't know what the key is for, but I have a key. And it's for something, I'm sure. That's helpful, important, something or other.
Nancy, what's the 411?
You didn't tell me kidnapping was part of Activism 101.
That's all hearsay, Nancy. They got no witnesses, no testimony, no nothing.
So you have or have not used kidnapping to further your causes in the past?
I am not an eco-terrorist, and I would never orchestrate the temporary disappearance of anyone who wasn't in on the plan and down with the cause.
Ever hear of the wrath of Nancy Drew? It's not a pretty sight, Nicholas. Not pretty at all.
All right,
Fuck you
Officer
up.
Nancy, chill out, will you?
No.
Your side.
Sergeant Nancy, all right, listen to me. I am not an officer. I am not with the police. I am in the fucking military, and I will tear you apart. I am Special Forces Nancy Drew operative. Like, I will rip you to shreds, sir. That is what I am. Don't fuck with me, fellas. I love how Nancy... I love it when Nancy gets a little rough. So her rough is like everyone else's just bad hair day, but I still love it.
Tell me about your relationship with the police.
All I know is they like to dig through my garbage and follow my van. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you?
Was that supposed to be cute?
Can you believe Brady's agent has called this press conference to trump up his heroics? She can barely even remember Maya's name.
Don't worry, Nancy. This cowboy will be on the scene with a megaphone in each holster. I guarantee you the press will get more than they bargained for.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
His sandals bother me. His sandals really bother me.
Hey there, Nancy.
Gotta go now.
Bye.
Well, back to the phone. See what we can do here, I suppose.
You've reached the St. Louis Police Department.
Hello?
Hi, Ned.
Hey, detective. Any leads?
Harry Houdini must have been quite...
Any leads?
What makes you say that?
Oh, it just sounds like he was so generous and passionate about his craft. Everyone loved him.
Any theories yet on what he did with his half of the theater?
No, but I highly doubt he was generous enough to give his half back to old J.J. Thompson.
That wouldn't have been an act of generosity anyway. It would have been a lapse in judgment.
Bye, Ned.
Bye, Nancy.
Bye. Great talk. Great talk.
Hello?
Bess?
And George, too. What's new, Nancy?
When I spoke to the police about Maya's press pass, they said that Nicholas is known for using extreme tactics, and that he might even have been involved in a staged kidnapping last year in Nashville.
You don't think Maya could be mixed up with him somehow, do you?
No way. Maya expresses her politics by writing.
Good question. I don't think there are. I think they just ring endlessly. What are the Easter? They do have Easter eggs in these games, though.
The same language.
I think you're right, George. But Sergeant
Well,
Ramsey
maybe not this one.
wouldn't have any credit with the police if I joined forces with Nicholas.
Yeah.
Who said anything about joining forces? After all, he's still a prime suspect. But that doesn't mean he's not a valuable source of information when it comes to the theater.
She's right, Nancy. As long as he continues to shoot off his mouth, you want to be around to take notes.
Yeah, there are no Easter eggs. Yeah, okay, darn. There are actual, like, Easter eggs in there, so... Well, see, the thing is, you start the game by dialing 911. You actually dial 911, and you talk to the police that way. It is too bad that they don't have the other ones, though.
Simone has called a press conference. I'd like to hear what's being said, but I get the feeling I'm not welcome.
Bess, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Here's what I'm thinking. When has the lack of an invitation ever stopped Nancy Drew before? Is that what you're thinking?
Bingo!
So you think I should just barge right in?
Better yet, why not just listen in? That way you know things that Simone and the others don't know you know. You know?
Bess has a few rocks in her mouth, but she's right. And besides, there's another good reason to keep a low profile.
I know what you're thinking, George. When the cats are away,
the detective mouse will snoop.
That does not rhyme.
This might be my only chance to get some,
insight?
Yes, some insight into the lives of my suspects. Good idea.
That's what we're calling it?
Follow them. Right, Bess?
Chock full. Bursting at the seams. We're practically idea-phoric.
When I arrived at the theater this morning...
Please don't. Whatever that was, we don't need to do it again.
Isn't that creepy?
You don't know who it was from?
It was from the kidnapper, I assume. The note said something like, wouldn't you rather stop the demolition than plan a funeral?
Since when do kidnappers have the time to special order flower arrangements?
Apparently this kidnapper isn't afraid of the limelight.
Look at the bright side, Nancy. If you find out who sent that wreath, your case is as good as closed.
Ladies, I need a hint.
See if Nicholas has had any success with his research.
Okay, you
Right.
soon.
Good luck.
Be careful.
Be careful.
I got the number. I left it in the ticket booth. This woman isn't a Houdini herself. She's the widow of one of Houdini's cousins.
So, wait, let me get this straight. You found the number of the heir of Harry Houdini, and you left it in the ticket booth that I just left. Somehow sneaking it in without me noticing. Sure.
But it couldn't hurt to give her a call. I'll get right on that.
Okay, folks, we're about to get started here. Mrs. Mueller, Mr. Armstrong will do their best to answer all of your questions in the time allotted. But let's proceed with good manners, shall we?
813555. Let me write this down. I'm going to remember this.
I'm only sorry that the circumstances of our meeting are not more festive. Wouldn't it be nice if we were all gathered here today to revel in the blockbuster
Nope.
Prefer to turn our attention to record ticket sales and the squeal.
Am I doing this wrong?
We're sorry.
You know.
Yes, hello.
Hello, is this Eustacia Andropov?
Who else would it be? Everyone else is dead.
Oh, Mrs. Andropov.
Everyone else is dead.
I'm trying to find out some information about Harry Houdini. Is it true that you're his cousin?
Who wants to know?
Oh, I beg your pardon. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case in St. Louis.
Harry was only my cousin by marriage, but my husband is dead, and so is Harry. So I guess that makes me nobody's cousin. Satisfied?
I'm researching Mr. Houdini's ownership of the Royal Palladium Theater. Would you know anything about this?
He owned it. Half of it anyway, for a few months. Then he died. Does that help?
I love
What
her.
happened to his half? Did he sign it back over to J.J. Thompson?
Return it to James Jehoshaphat, Mr. Stupendous, not on his life. Losing that man was Harry's greatest escape.
Did someone in Houdini's family inherit the theater?
Harry made a plan to give his half of the theater to someone he admired. A young magician, I assume. Perhaps a protege. I remember my husband telling me this.
Can you tell me anything more?
More? I'm 96 over here. I don't exactly have time to burn.
I know it was a long time ago, Mrs. Andropov, but this is terribly important. My friend is in danger, and finding out what happened to Houdini's half of the theater may be my only hope of saving her.
Call the Library of Congress. Ask about the Houdini collection. There must be something in all of those letters. You tell that Sherman Trout, Eustacia said. You're not dead yet, Shermy, so get up and make yourself useful.
The Library of Congress. You don't happen to have that number, do you?
Well, I should have this letter from Shermy around here somewhere. Cat food coupons. Vincent Jacobs repair. Dear Eustacia. Here we go. Library of Congress.
Here we go. I love her.
2025555.
Are you Mrs. Andropov?
Thanks, Mrs.
Who else would it be? Everyone else is dead.
Save it for my funeral.
Thank you. I love her. Alright. God fucking damn it. One. Why is...
Put a sock in it, Mr. Camouflage. And now, without further ado, I'd like to open the floor up to questions.
Is it true that the girl
was at the theater to interview Brady Armstrong? What was the interview about?
Mr.
I don't know why the thing is... Like, I have to hover over this.
Manuscripts.
I'm trying to reach Sherman Trout, please.
Speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Trout.
Thing is, I know librarians that sound like
I'm a
this.
detective working on a case that involves Harry
I have colleagues that
Houdini
sound
at
like
the Royal
this.
Palladium Theater in St. Louis. Eustacia Andropov recommended I call you.
Ah, yes. Eustacia was most helpful to us when we were assembling our Houdini collection. I presume you'd like to have a look at it?
Yes, please, Mr. Trout. I'm very interested.
Fine. Well, you'll just need to register with the library when you get here and fill out a request for the materials you wish to view. When your request has been processed, the materials will be delivered to one of our reading rooms where you can view them.
Actually, a little less complicated than that, but that's okay.
Unfortunately, there's no way for me to come to Washington, D.C. to do research. I'm hoping you could help me find a document.
Well, Miss Drew, I'm sorry if you have logistical constraints, but please understand my own limitations. The Library of Congress currently holds over 40 million items, contained in 10,000 separate collections. It's the largest and most comprehensive library in the world. I simply don't have time to run research errands for the individual citizens.
But pretty much every librarian will.
Case in a matter of hours. The building I'm standing in will be demolished, and an innocent 19-year-old girl, a friend of mine, may lose her life. You may be my only hope.
Why is your friend in danger?
She was kidnapped by someone desperate to save this building from demolition.
And what can you possibly be hoping to find in the Houdini collection that would help matters?
Mr. Houdini was part owner of the theater, and I'm trying to find out who inherited his half or what became of it when he died. I'm hoping Houdini might have discussed it somewhere in his personal documents. If I can prove that the current owner is not legally the full owner, then maybe I can get the demolition stopped and save Maya.
I see. Well, this sounds urgent. I suppose I can take a look.
That would be such a help, Mr. Trout. If you find anything, could you overnight it to me at the Royal Palladium?
Well, I certainly can't send you the document itself. It's a historical artifact now. But I could send you a slide.
Slide? What year is this? 1984? Xerox it, buddy.
St. Louis, Missouri, 63101.
It's 2001 or 2. We kept scanning.
Or myself, Nancy.
Digital pictures.
I can't tell you how great.
Send a floppy disk. I don't know.
Might just be a lifesaver.
Miss Drew, I assure you, Sherman Trout is a man of his word.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Where did this funeral wreath come from?
Isn't it a little unusual for a movie star to help with a kidnapping like this?
All right, now let's stoop. What's over here? For a clean bed, hot meal, place saying hat. We received your letter inquiring of the whereabouts of Jacob Hughes. Unfortunately, Jake died 6 months ago. Had been ill with emphysema for some time. You'll be glad to know that he enjoyed his cigarettes to the end and died peacefully in his sleep. We regret that we were unable to contact you at the time of his death, but we had no idea that Jake had a brother. He never mentioned any family, and our research didn't turn up any leads. Brother was cremated according to his last wishes, and no rent was due on his room. Please contact the county coroner's office if you would like to have his ashes shipped to you. We're sorry for your loss. Well, I don't know that he's going to live with his brother. Just saying.
You think the kidnapper is violent?
I mean, nothing else is new here, so I don't know what I expected to find.
Yes, is it true that...
Let's try the dressing rooms. Bobby pins, always useful. Wow, that's rough. Still rough. Even better. He looks so happy to be here. Oh, hello. Talent Farm. Ah, somebody else ordered that, didn't she? What a dick. Nice, made it in. Don't know how that worked, but Stevie with Paramount Pictures, all right. Anything new? Anything old? No, just that's what she's got today. All right. Hack in the email. Hack the planet, baby. Oh, look at that. Maya Nguyen. Maya Win, sorry. Is there anything useful in here? Okay, nothing there. That's it. All right, that was next to useless. Put it back where we found it and walk away.
It's locked.
Nailed it. What do we got? Sage Technician's Guide. The Houdini Transformation, Class 5 Technician. Preparation, be sure the control board power button is activated. The numbered keypad on the control port. Enter the 6-digit security code for the Houdini transformation is listed on 73 of class page. Alright, so... Alright, what is this? Power button. 121192. Left and right fader power. Okay, then L and R faders to lowest. Then magnet button. Okay. Raise faders slightly. Doesn't actually say anything about that, just 3 feet. And then trapdoor button. Ah. Fuck. Fuck. Quick switch box, trick chair. It's interesting. See, they actually show you how the trick worked, and that's what's kind of cool about. Now at this point, we're getting Nancy Drew games that are trying to teach you a little bit of something, and that's kind of cool. Even in this case, the something is stage magic, but you know, a little history of stage magic is kind of neat, all the same. You are what you project by Perry Mitplan. You are my oyster. Fame, fortune, social popularity, body language, top. He wants to be a top. Oh, poor bottom. Okay. He's having a fun time in the fashion sign Astro style. Okay. Fascinating. In the terrifying kind of way. But, you know.
Nancy True, you're wasting precious time. Stop the demolition or you'll never see her again.
That was from the booth upstairs. Aha! God damn it. No one's here. Fuck. I thought I was so smart.
Hello? Hello?
We don't need to keep listening to that. Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Okay. Well, let's start with the power button. Power button, power button. Where's the big power button? Guess it might already be. No, they're not moving. There's a power button that I need. I don't know where it is. Or maybe the power button's already on and I need to hit the 1, 2, 1, 1, 9, 2. Ah, that works. Okay. So then left and right fader power. Lock. Okay. Magnets. Trapdoor. Let's see if it works. I think you can peek out, right? Yeah, see, we see the little thing. Ah, I just fucking killed it.
I should switch the power off.
Why not?
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
I killed the theater. Oh no. Here we go. What do we got? Cages. So as you can see, they are floating. Definitely not. Ah!
It's done with mirrors.
Haha! It's done with mirrors. And secret passageways. Aha!
Maya!
Well, that seems not what we wanted.
These pieces won't budge.
Need some WD-40? Oh.
These pieces won't budge.
True.
Help! Is anybody out there?
Who's there?
It's Nancy.
Nancy? For goodness sakes. What are you doing down there? This chair seems to be stuck. Hold on, I'm greasing the wheels here.
I found a secret room under the stage. I've got to check it out.
The magician's room. I swear, Nancy, as long as I've worked here, I've never been able to find my way in there.
I found the door, but the pieces that open the door are stuck.
Here, try this.
Ugh, fuck. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking... Alright, we got some WD-40. So, you know.
This should loosen things up.
Something gross. Not helpful. Puzzles. This puzzle is puzzly and puzzlesome. Got some movement there. And we win.
Her shoe! She was just here!
Rip. Oh, hold on, I just got a text from a random number. Just for my haircut appointment tomorrow. Or just make sure that popped up properly and he... Yes. Okay, cool. Magic Secrets, the Phantom Message. Okay. This is complicated, but it's telling me how to do the thing. This is mostly not terribly useful, though. This seems dangerous. Yeah, Monsieur Chop Chop. It's in here. Any useful?
Rubber is shockproof.
Okay. Thank you for telling us, Nancy. We're glad that you can let us know that rubber is shockproof. Well, that looks
It's electrified.
not safe. Rubber is shockproof. This is gonna be a while. Process of elimination. 7-3. Seven, 3, 8. 7, 3, 8, 1. 7, 3, 8, 1, 4, 2. Nope. 7, 3, 8, 1, 4, 2. Nope. 7, 3, 8, 1, 4, 2, 9, 5, 6. Hey, we win. And did we fix? Did we like? Cool. We're done. We're good. Just pop back out and we're all good.
Oh, Nancy. Hey.
I think the kidnapper just moved Maya to a new hiding place. Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
Wow, are you sure? I didn't see anything.
I found evidence that will prove that Maya's being held in this building.
Wow. Evidence. Where?
I'll talk to you later. I've got to get a hold of Sergeant Ramsey.
You sound so fucking stupid, darling. Just, oh, evidence? Where? Honey. Oh, it's like talking to a box of rocks.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold missing persons. This is Ramsey.
Sergeant Ramsey, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Miss Drew.
I found Maya.
You found her? So the case is closed.
I found her.
No, it is not, Officer Kronk.
Good grief. This girl's a regular Houdini.
Ha ha ha, he said a joke.
I found a secret room under the stage. I saw Maya through a peephole, but by the time I got into the room, she was gone. The kidnapper must have moved her.
A peephole, huh? Are you sure you saw her?
Sir, there's evidence. Pizza boxes and one of Maya's shoes. I left everything where it was so you could see for yourself.
So you think the kidnapper's been using this secret room as a base camp? Well, this is very interesting, Miss Drew. It sounds like you've been conducting quite a search.
Now will you please send someone over to investigate?
Yep.
Please do your job, sir.
Help is on the way, Miss Drew.
Great.
What help it will be, I'm sure. Just saying. Still not there.
Hi, Nancy. What happened?
The kidnapper's been holding Maya in that magician's room under the stage.
You found her? Oh, that's great. Where is she now?
By the time I got through that door, the room was empty.
Are you sure you didn't just imagine you saw her?
I think the kidnapper moved her, but they left some evidence behind.
Evidence? That should interest the police. Have you called them?
Yeah, they said they'll come check it out, but they may not be able to get here for a while.
I'll wait up for the police. You get some rest, Nancy. You're gonna need it for tomorrow.
Make sure they check that magician's secret room.
Okay, we're just leaving it there. Alright. Feels... Well, this is the day where everything goes shit, so, kidnapper demands $50,000. That's remarkably little. Well, this is going well, it seems. See me right away, JH.
Can you believe believe this ransom demand coming out of thin air?
Did they get any information on the call?
Apparently, the call came from north of here, a town called Granite City. Personally, I think it's a hoax, but now the police are convinced that Maya's not in this building.
But what about the evidence I found?
Are you sure the pizza boxes were in that magician's room? Because the police couldn't find anything.
What do you mean they couldn't find anything?
They searched the whole building.
How could they miss 2 big pizza boxes with leftover pizza inside? What about Maya's shoe?
No trace of that either.
This is so discouraging.
Follow your gut, Nancy. If you think Maya's still here, you keep looking for her, you hear?
I got another threat from the kidnapper. That creepy voice came on the PA and told me to stop searching for Maya.
The projection room? But who? Someone must have ducked out of the press conference. I was so busy with crowd control, I didn't even notice.
Joseph, I did some checking. You don't really have any family in Greasewood, do you?
You don't,
What
do
you
you?
want to go digging into an old man's life for, Nancy?
Everyone's a suspect, Joseph. You know that. If you have nowhere to go after the theater comes down, then maybe you're the kidnapper desperado. It's not so far-fetched, is it?
Now. I am going to Greasewood, and I'm not desperate. I made up the part about my brother so you wouldn't feel sorry for me. You've got enough to worry about, don't you?
Only a matter of hours until the demolition. How are you holding up, Joseph?
Oh, fine. Everything's great. Fine. I was up till the wee hours polishing up the lobby. Heck, I'm even fixing to repair the old keymaker so you can give it a whirl. Guess old habits die hard, eh?
Gotta go now.
Atta girl.
All right.
Did you call? What's the story?
Sure did.
Go on, spill it.
She didn't know much, but she gave me the number of this guy at the Library of Congress who has access to the archives of Houdini's letters.
And what did they say?
Sherman Trout is on our side. Keep your eyes peeled for a special delivery.
Way to go, Nancy! You're on fire!
Look at that. You know, a little bit of research helps the activism, because the activism's goal is not purely to act, it is to get results. Those results need to come with some kind of lasting change, preferably in a legal sense.
How's progress?
I know you sent the funeral wreath. Now where's Maya?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sugar. Listen, the pressure must really be getting to you. I know a top-notch aromatherapist in town, okay? I'll give you her number.
Come on, Simone. Ginger's 24-hour flower-rama? I believe you've been caught red-handed.
You broke into my personal property? I could have you arrested for that.
It's just business, Simone. You do what agents do, I do what detectives do. I'm sure you can appreciate that.
All right, I sent the stupid wreath, but I'm no kidnapper. I needed something for the cameras, didn't I? And it was a very tasteful arrangement. Should have been for $300. Perhaps I went a little overboard.
Just a little. Just all right.
A little overboard? You're dreaming if you think that's enough to get you off my suspect list.
And we're just gonna leave that. All right. What is this? We're not done.
Have you heard about this ransom demand?
50 grand, what a joke. Isn't it just like a rank amateur to jump on the bandwagon? Anyone with a pinch of class would have demanded at least $1 million.
I mean, you know, she's right there at least. I gotta agree with her. Like, 50 grand is kind of low, but okay.
Brady seems uncomfortable with some of your, tactics.
Oh, he's just whining because I made him chop off his ponytail. I don't know what's gotten into him with this free will thing. I told him, You can't
free
even
will
dress yourself,
thing.
kid, but if you want your blockbuster career to crash and burn, go ahead, manage yourself.
Free will thing. Come on, I'm gonna fucking out.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Still not 100% sure what that key is for. Thing in here that needs a key to open it, is there? Well, not another thing, at least. Oh, alright. Well, I guess if I want to get to the secret room again, I gotta go all the way from the beginning. Jeez. Well, the keymaker got fixed.
There was a key here.
Nope. Got nothing. Well, he's not here, so I guess we...
I don't have time to goof with this right now.
No?
I don't want anyone to know I'm up here.
Okay, never mind. Then, I guess we're not doing that. Now. Oops, did not mean to open that, but here we are. Nope, fuck. There we go.
Nickerson's Pizza Pies, what can I get you?
Well, hello there. I'd like a large pizza with a works.
Even anchovies, ma'am? I know you have issues with anchovies.
Extra anchovies.
Wow, Nancy. Things must be getting hairy if you're contemplating anchovies. What's up?
I don't know what that exchange means, and I don't understand it, but that is what we have.
I don't understand how the police could have received a ransom call from Granite City. And why would the kidnappers suddenly demand cash without even mentioning the demolition?
Your skepticism is probably right on, Nancy.
You think?
Sure, after all, Brady did spread those missing posters over half of Missouri. There are always a few jokers who try to jump on the bandwagon in situations like these.
It just makes me sick to think that anyone would try to profit from such a terrible situation.
It's a mixed-up world, Nancy.
I confronted Simone about the receipt for the funeral wreath, and she claimed she just needed something for a photo shoot. Would you buy that?
That's a tough one, Nancy. In Simone's world, where everything is a photo shoot, her excuse sounds just twisted enough to be true.
But on the other hand...
You know me too well, Nancy Drew. On the other hand, Simone's mind is just too devious and much too selfish to be believed.
Bye, Ned.
Call me soon.
Okay, moving on to the next friend. 4468.
Hello?
Hello?
I got it, George.
Is it Nancy?
I don't know yet. I'm busy talking to you. Will you hang up?
It's Nancy, all right.
I knew it.
Hey, you two.
I don't know, Bess. She sounds a little down in the dumps, doesn't she?
She sure does. What's going on, Nancy?
I just can't believe it. The evidence I found yesterday, the pizza boxes and Maya's shoe, when the police finally came to investigate, it was gone.
What? You're kidding.
And now the police really think I'm losing my marbles.
Joseph, he's the only one who knew about your discovery, isn't he?
Yeah, he said he'd show the police where to go. And wait a second. When I came up from the basement, I bumped into Brady wandering around backstage.
Interesting.
Yeah, he seemed surprised to see me.
What did you tell him?
I guess I did let on that I'd found some evidence.
Gee, Nancy. If you wanted the whole world to know, why didn't you just broadcast it on national television?
Please, George, I feel bad enough. Now it's the day of the demolition and I'm still clueless.
That's not true, Nancy. You've made significant
Oh
progress.
my god, this is a long thing.
You should focus on trying to stop the demolition. Aren't you expecting a package?
Indeed I am.
I am expecting a package and it hasn't come yet, so...
She sounds better already, huh, George?
She's lucky we don't charge her for these calls. The detective support hotline could get awfully expensive.
I asked Joseph where he would go after the theater is demolished, and he said he was moving to Arizona to start a movie theater with his brother.
A fresh start. Good for him.
Yeah, except that I found a letter that says his brother has been dead for years.
Why would he lie? What do you think he's hiding?
Give the guy a break. Maybe he just wants to hide the fact that his life is going to be empty without that theater to look after.
I came across this old book that explains how to do a bunch of magic tricks.
Cool. Like pulling a rabbit out of a hat?
I don't fully understand the whole recap what we've just done thing here, but I think it's meant to be played over a longer period of time. And calling George and Bess is kind of like a way to remind you of what you've already done, maybe.
Let's say it's a secret code on a piece of paper, and they press hard with a pen. It will make an impression on a blank piece of paper underneath.
Ugh.
Then the magician applies a pencil to the seemingly blank piece of paper. With careful shading, the pencil will reveal the shapes of the numbers or letters in the code. Presto! Do you see?
That's pretty cool.
I can only imagine what would happen if we applied the pencil to Bess. Just think of all the secret codes that would be revealed. Like Jacques, Rick, Brady.
Oh, George, I'm not as impressionable as you think.
I spoke to Sherman
sure.
at the Library of Congress. He said he'll search Houdini's letters for some indication of what happened to Houdini's half of the theater.
Go, Sherman!
But suppose he does find something. What good will the document do you in Washington, D.C.?
Oh, he said he'll send it to me on a slide.
But how are you going to decipher the writing on a tiny frame of film?
It's a movie theater, remember, Bess? One of those places where they project small images onto a big screen?
Oh, yeah.
Except the projector is broken.
Broken?
I think the bulb blew when I was using it earlier.
Sounds like you need to give yourself a crash course in projector repair.
I received another threat.
All right, we're almost there.
The kidnapper addressed me by name.
Another phone call? What was the threat?
This one came over the PA. Apparently, searching for Maya is a waste of time and I should focus on stopping the demolition, or else.
Well, Nancy, this kidnapper may have learned your name, but obviously they haven't figured out the first thing about who they're dealing with.
I just wish I could see the look on the kidnapper's face when you crack this case wide open.
Ladies.
And we got to the end. Whew, all right.
Time to put your suspects through another round of questioning?
Okay, you two.
Talk to everybody. All right, we already knew that one, though.
Be careful.
Hola.
Catch you later.
On the flip side.
No more fight the power. Not here. Not here. What suspects do I need? Oh. Well, that's not good. I'm not going to assume foul play, and I'm instead going to assume that
I'm sure this can be repaired.
this is just falling apart. Just almost got brained by a fucking light. No big deal. She's not even here. All right, so nobody's here. I can't talk to anybody. Okay. Maybe there's more people on the phone to talk to?
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Police Hall. Missing persons, Ramsey here.
Sergeant Ramsey, what's going on?
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry, but I'm very upset. This is Nancy Drew. What do you mean there was no evidence?
I don't know what to tell you, Miss Drew.
You searched the magician's room under the stage? Did Joseph Hughes show you where it was?
He showed us all right. We searched the whole theater, but our efforts were totally inconclusive. Wherever your friend is, she's not in the theater.
She's in the theater. I know she is. The kidnapper wants the demolition stopped, so what better leverage than to hold her in the theater?
Actually, you might be interested to know that we've had about a half a dozen calls here since last night. People are reporting seeing Maya north of here. And then this ransom call came this morning from Granite City. You'll be glad to know we're following up on all these leads.
I don't believe it.
Miss Drew, I empathize. As a police officer, I know how emotional attachment to a case can cloud your judgment. Take it from me. It's time for you to let this one go and leave the case to the professionals. You're just not thinking clearly.
Sure, Sergeant Ramsey. Thanks for the advice.
Goodbye, dear.
1312. Useless. Well, that means no. Also no. And no. Alright, so I'm guessing all we needed to do was just talk to the police officer.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
Fight the power. And just, yeah, deal with whatever was going on there. Still nothing in here, really. Just don't know what this game wants me to do right now. Come on, come on, come on. Stop looking at that and look over here or something. Literally anything else. Damn. Also no. Damn. What am I missing here? It's gonna be something stupid, isn't it? What am I not doing? Yeah, I know about that, but I need... Yeah. Oh, okay. I have been missing something every time I've gone into the men's dressing room, apparently. So again, this is why we have the little hint thing to remind me of these little things that I miss. Because, like, I know I need to make a key for the projector. Yeah, his briefcase. It's been here this whole time. Fucking idiot that I am. God. I need to make a key for the projector, which I use the key thing for, but I need a pencil to make the impression for the key visible. Results may occur eventually. Well, ain't that the truth?
Maya's notebook.
Interesting. Hit him with the evidence, demand an answer. What evidence?
What are you doing hanging out with that Falcone jerk?
I'm not hanging out with him, Brady. I'm conducting a search here, and I'll take any tip I can get.
That guy's bad news, and he's certainly not going to help your credibility with the police.
Yeah, but my credibility with the police doesn't fucking matter because they don't give a shit about me anyway, so who cares?
Don't worry. I don't trust him any more than I trust you, or anyone else around here for that matter.
Just trying to help.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Don't be a stranger.
Fuck off. Asshole. Alright, well, I thought maybe because he showed up, maybe she would show up, but nope. He showed up and disappeared, so I can't even ask him more questions. God, disappearing suspects. But we now have a pencil, which is kind of the important part.
There was a key here.
There we go. There's no way for me to sketch that out. Is there like a picture of this that I can see instead of my drawing of the key? That might help. Perfect. Because obviously I can't take this with me, and I don't have the artistic skill to reproduce it at the moment. But that is important. So now we will go to the little key-making machine thingamabob. And deposit our single quarter that we found somewhere. I don't remember where. And use this key making thingamabob to make a key. That looks right. And then that looks right. And then this, and then the big hook thing on the front. That. This looks like it's a torture machine. Just saying. SIVO. Otherwise known as the projector key. Which, we're fixing the projector, but there's really no particular reason to do so. I don't know. We don't have anything to project, really. Except for that.
Final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
I'm so close. I just need a few more minutes.
Well, if it isn't the SLPD's favorite nosy detective. Right this way, Miss Drew. You can still get a front row seat for the demolition.
Thanks a lot, Officer Kronk.
Okay, officers, this is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
This seems safe.
See anything, Dino? All clear in here, Sarge.
All right. No pressure, but
It's locked.
It's locked. There we go. Close that. And then
Something's missing here.
damn it. Stay put. I feel like we missed something. Not that. What's this?
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello?
Oh no. That is a recorded message that we heard at the beginning of all of this. And that's a voice disguise machine. Oh boy! Sounds like the kindly Midwestern man is maybe not so kindly. Still Midwestern. Shit. Very bad at this. Hold on.
Another secret passageway.
In
I should switch the power off.
in the projection room itself.
Looking for you.
How did you avoid the police?
I've decided I need to get organized, Nancy. Tomorrow I'm really gonna straighten up in here.
I'd say death by wrecking ball and or felony kidnapping charges rank higher on your list of problems than office clutter at the moment, Joseph.
I think a fresh coat of paint would really cheer things up, don't you?
Look, it's too late to save the theater now. I know you don't want to hurt Maya, or you wouldn't have kept encouraging me to find her.
Do you think the premiere will sell out?
Snap out of it. Just tell me where Maya is.
Don't tell him she's here, Nancy. I'll take her away and knock down the theater.
They're gonna knock it down anyway. Please, we don't have much time.
Don't tell him, Nancy.
I'm locked in.
Well, that's a good start. We're really starting this on the right foot here. Ah, a switch that opens said secret door. Oh, yep. Up to the attic.
I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks.
Oh, a random key that we just...
Have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks. I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks.
What? Is it not this?
I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks.
Oh, fuck. Of course. Festival Illusion begins this week, blah, 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 blah. Intend to lose a lot. Money, da-da-da, Houdini's paperwork here. Sincerely, JJ. Okay. JJ Thompson, owner, and acquaintance of Louisa Falcone of St. Louis, Missouri, the artist responsible for all the ornamental plasterwork inside the theater. Thompson never delivered payment. Mrs. Thompson failing to deliver payment. Moral actions. Dini signs over the property rights to Madame Louisa Falcone. Well, one of these is the correct one. Which one? We're not sure, but not that one. Oh, good. Take them all. I mean, that timer is ticking, so...
This one's useless. Come on, come on!
Ah! That's a noise. Success? big fucking thing. Oh, this seems bad.
Hang on, Maya. I'll get you out of there.
Not so fast, Detective.
Joseph, please let me past.
I can't let you do this, Nancy.
Demolition.
I'm warning you. I still got a trick or two up my sleeve.
We're going down in a blaze of glory.
Joseph, you can go down in a blaze of glory if you want, but Maya and I are not coming with you.
You've cracked your last case.
Joseph, this is far from over. Now step aside.
It's all over now.
How long do we have to...
We've still got time for a grand finale here, Joseph.
I never meant for it to turn out this way.
As I have... this thing. Haha!
That light!
Look! The marquee! Stop the demolition!
Dear Bess, I still can
okay.
that Joseph.
Okay.
Joseph
The anxiety moment's over.
He says he planned to kidnap Brady with the idea that Simone could use her Hollywood connections to save the theater. But when Maya entered the dressing room, he panicked and grabbed her instead. Plan B was to stall the demolition long enough for the Historical Society to declare the building an official landmark. I guess he's been at the Royal Palladium for so long, he just couldn't imagine his life without it. But desperation aside, poor Joseph wasn't cut out for a life of crime, and pretty soon things were spinning out of his control. Simone's publicity stunts didn't help. At least he was courteous and kind to Maya through the whole thing. Her testimony should help him in court. The good news is that the Royal Palladium is still standing. Once he heard that Nicholas would inherit his grandmother Louisa's 50% of the theater, Brady decided he'd better...
Crime seems to follow Nancy Drew. Is that a coincidence? Lol.
And because he needed some good publicity, Brady donated his half of the theater to the St. Louis Historical Society. Together with Haddett, they should have this place restored to its original glory in no time. Not such a happy ending for Simone, I'm afraid. She received an official reprimand from the National Press Corps for her stunt with the wreath. Still, knowing Simone, she'll be back at the top of her game in no time. So, here ends the longest 3 days of my life. The premiere of Vanishing Destiny is back on. But I think this detective is going to wait for it to come out on videotape. Talk to you soon.
Video tape. Woof. There we go. All right. That is the end of final scene. We managed to do it in just 3 hours. Holy shit. I feel like these took me longer, but maybe I don't know. It's still early days for the Nancy Drew series, so I suppose it makes sense. How do I get that? There it is. Tier maker. There we go. All right. So now it is time for our favorite little deal here. There we go. No, I want the background to be blue because this one's the blue one. And then we're going to go back up here. Okay. And give me a second to just change this thing. Okay. Oh, that didn't go the way I wanted it to, I think. All right. That should all be there. Was not what I intended, but whatever. Yeah, the final scene. Oh. Yeah, this one feels like a bit of a chore, you know? This one feels like a bit of a chore. It's got all the elements, but it just doesn't have any of the same, like, magic that the first one had. But first let's talk about the soundtrack, because that's what this list is. This tier list here is just the music, just the soundtrack. So it's got the right vibe, right? It's got the right vibe. Having listened to the pieces themselves, because like a lot is going on in the game that you don't notice the soundtrack as much. And it's all kind of like sorta magic-y, like turn of the century showmanship kind of style stuff. So it does fit, but it's also like very distorted and messy sounding, and that's kind of the point. You know, it's supposed to sound like this was long ago, it was the place for magic and stuff like that, and now it's not. But it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of comes across, it's not that it comes across badly, it's just that it I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't know what else to say. It's all very ethereal, and there's not really a lot to like listen to or to vibe to. It does give the right impression, but like everything is so floaty and ethereal that you don't really have anything to grab onto. But it still does the job. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in okay. Like, it's not terrible. It's not bad music. But like, it kind of is. I do hate listening to the final scene stuff, because not only does it have the kind of ethereal dumb stuff, but it also has the worst part of Treasure in the Royal Tower, which is those stupid like, yay, you found the big clue little things that pop up like once or twice total. So they feel really out of place when they happen. They go way too long. And I also just don't like carnival sounding music. So I'm going to actually put this in trash. I'm putting final scene in the bottom. Like, this is trash. Oh no, wait, don't start the ad. Shit. I want you to start an ad. Crap. Just started running an ad, I think. It won't let me add a thing for that. How dare you? Ugh. Well, anyway, I'm gonna keep going because, yeah. So, yeah, Nancy Drew final scene. The soundtrack for it is bottom tier for me. I don't like listening to it. I hate it. It's one of my least favorites easily. So it's going down there. Okay, and now I gotta go back to my tier lists. The way that this is set up is just so wonky. Like, look at this. I gotta go in and I gotta delete the old one. You can't edit the ones that you've already made. Basically just creating a new one every time. It's very weird. And it throws me off because it'll change the background color every single time for some reason. So this one is the game itself. All right. So this was the game itself. And I'm not going to write the final scene as trash for this one. I did say Message in Haunted Mansion is good. So let's go over the criteria, right? The soundtrack is trash, so that's already a huge negative against it. Soundtrack is trash. The puzzles are not terribly interesting. They don't have you... There aren't many clues to follow to solve puzzles. A lot of the puzzles are just like standalone puzzles, like the slider one, you know, for the door, the safe in the basement, which you just kind of have to figure out that all of them have spades, and then you just set them all to spades. The box that's in that, which at first I was like, oh great, it's a slider puzzle, and it's not even that. It's just a tile puzzle. You just have to arrange it. I don't know. The puzzles just don't really do a lot for me. They're not terribly interesting. The characters fucking suck. Like, yeah, the characters suck. They're all kind of hateable, but like in not a fun way. Exactly. I don't know. And then the 3-day mechanic, I feel like it's meant to make you feel like you're doing, like you're on a time crunch, but like time doesn't progress until you get to that end game. And then that end game, it feels very sudden too. It doesn't feel like it's built up properly. Like it just happens and you're like, oh shit, it's time, and then you just gotta move. I don't know. Maybe it is trash. Maybe I'm actually gonna put Final Scene at the bottom of this list. I know there are other games that I feel like deserve it more, but like this one just, I don't know. It's like they got the right elements in Message in a Haunted Mansion. They found the right chemistry in Treasure in the Royal Tower, and then they lost the chemistry for Final Scene. They still had a lot of the elements, so it feels like it's a Nancy Drew game, but like there's not a lot to it. It's not as earnest as Secrets Can Kill and Stay Tuned for Dangers, though. It doesn't feel like it was, I don't know, it just, and it doesn't even have really great educational aspects to it either. I mean, at least with Treasure in the Royal Tower, you really got to know more about a little bit of French Revolutionary history and Marie Antoinette as a person. Not a ton, but a little bit more. You didn't get that in Haunted Mansion. Secrets Can Kill, Stay Tuned for Danger, you learn practically nothing. I guess Stay Tuned for Danger, you learn about TV production to some degree, but even then you don't really learn a lot. Message in a Haunted Mansion, I think it's supposed to be teaching you about like the history of San Francisco and somewhat about Chinese American or Chinese immigrants to the United States during the 1800s, but that's very loose and not very good. Treasure in the Royal Tower is the first one that really got the whole like this is edutainment thing down. Final Scene tried to do that and just whiffed it, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a way around. I'm putting it in the bottom. It's F tier. E tier? No, S, A, B, C, D. D tier. Okay. Right, because the top is always S. So it's trash tier. I'm putting it in trash tier. That's where we're now at. I feel bad because I feel like Final Scene feels like a Nancy Drew game, and there are later games that like you're playing it and you're like, what the fuck am I playing right now? It's not Nancy Drew. I don't get this. But yeah, Final Scene is like a half-baked Nancy Drew game. And it is disappointing because of that. It's in the trash tier. Yep, it's in the trash tier. I'm calling it. We're making that a thing. I feel bad, but that's where we're at. So there we go. Those are our tiers and our tier list. That is it. I don't know what else to say. I feel bad, like I said, but here we are. Anyway, that is our stream for the day. That is a stream for the night. It is time for me to go to bed. I am luckily only 15 minutes past my normal get off the friggin' stream time. So that's good because I'm very tired. I yawned several times and I was trying to keep myself awake. And I was like, do I push through and finish this or do I call it and just go to the next day? Damn it. The answer was push through and we're fine. We're good. But man, I need to go to bed. So I'll do the spiel kind of quick. I want to start with a thank you to my subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting the channel the way that you do. If you would like to support the channel, you can hit that subscribe button. I would be very much appreciative. If you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, you get 1 free Twitch subscription, and I would be honored if you would choose me and my channel for that. That would be great. Thank you. You can also follow me, so I do want to thank my followers. Thank you so much for giving me the support that you do as well. Following is still really important and really does help me a lot. If you follow the channel, you will get notified as soon as I go live. If you would like to be notified ahead of time, you can follow me at BOSTrophyWife on Instagram and on Twitter. I post usually the day of, just a few hours before, usually around noon time, Eastern time. So keep an eye out for that if you would like announcements day of what we're going to stream. If you would like the most up-to-date stream announcements, however, and discussions about what we're streaming and why we might, what we're streaming, what we might stream in the future, what we streamed in the past, memes, nice little just community stuff. I do have a Discord. I'm gonna sneeze. Please don't sneeze. The link for the Discord is here in the chat. If you click on that, there we go. If you click on that, you get an invitation to our little Discord. It's a nice little community, like I said, very supportive and lots of fun. So feel free to join if you want to have a say in what this channel does next. Since this was the 5th game, I am planning on taking a break probably after this game. So we might be hosting a poll tomorrow to figure out what game we play on Thursday and what game we start, because it will be a different game, not in the Nancy Drew series. We're going to take a step away from Nancy Drew, come back to it in a little while. And then we'll have a couple of streams where we focus on another game for a while. I do also have a YouTube channel, BOSTrophyWife, all the way in the corner. If you would subscribe, if you would subscribe there, I would be so very, I can't speak. If you would subscribe there, I would be so very appreciative. There it is. My entire stream archive is over there on YouTube. Anything that is not here on Twitch, because Twitch does hold onto the VODs for 2 weeks, is over there on YouTube, all the way back to the beginning of my streaming career when I started with Nancy Drew. So if you want to watch what I thought about the games the first time around, that is the best place to go check those out. And yeah, the last thing I do is I have a small little tip jar through Ko-fi. The link is right there in the chat. If you feel at all inclined to throw me a couple bucks, whether you're a subscriber and you want to support me a little bit extra, or if you are not able to subscribe at this time but still want to support me a little bit financially, that is the best place to do it. So thank you so much, and every little bit does help. That is all for tonight. That is all for us today. Thank you all for joining. I will see you all soon on Thursday for whatever we play next. I'm going to come up with a couple of ideas and we'll do a poll tomorrow in the Discord. So keep an eye out for that and we'll figure out what we're going to play next. Thank you all. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful couple of days, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.